Sitting throwing rocks across the pavement, hoping it'll cave and swallow me whole. Wonder why my mind keeps on spinning. This isn't how living to me was so. Why am I like this? Something's always amiss. Can't put my finger on it, but it's there. Wait for it to subside, but my mind won't apply. Waiting for the clear. Is it bad sometimes? I like it when I lose control. There's something in it that's so beautiful.
Number 11, Lorena Bobbitt. The last thing you'd expect is for your dick to get cut off. But as it turns out, that might be just what you get. Hello and welcome to the Pillow Talk. Oh my god.
Hello.
Hi. I'm your co-host Cedia.
I'm your other co-host Jacob.
And we have like a lot to explain.
Yes, we do. It's been tough. If I'm being completely honest, my reasoning for not that I didn't want to record, my reasoning for not being able to record for the past 2 weeks is because I finally entered adulthood and bought a car. And I just want to go everywhere now. So that's kind of and then I also got vaccinated too, so now I'm like, I feel a little bit safer.
We're both vaccinated.
Yes. So maybe soon we'll both be doing this like in person together in front of a camera. And I love how you're playing with your bangs. But yeah,
oh
so
my
it's
God,
kind of
sorry.
like
guys, I got a new wig.
She got a wig. I also did another little change on myself as well. I'm blonde now, like fully like blonde. I've been posting pictures. I'm gonna, as soon as I get like the final finished result, I'll be posting like pictures of it. As of right now, everyone thinks that I'm just like yellowhead. But yes, that's where we've been.
She's a blonde.
Yeah, she's a blonde now. Yeah, and like pretty much like the reason why I couldn't record is because every weekend because we record on weekends, and like since I got the car, I've been just kind of wanting to take my boyfriend everywhere, and like he like hates driving, and I like love driving, and he likes the feeling of being driven around, so I've just been driving him everywhere. That's where I've been. I'm an adult now.
That's so mask of you.
Yeah. Oh, another thing. So the other reason why last weekend I couldn't record, I'm stupid. I think I'm so masked I can push a whole car. Like, I pushed a whole car. So my boyfriend's roommate's car was in the shop, like kind of close by to where he lives. And we like drove it back, and his roommate's car got stopped in the middle of the road, and we pushed it, and I fucked up my back last weekend. So that's why I couldn't record last weekend, because I was in an immense amount of pain. Like my back was killing me, like really bad. Like I could not move for shit. Like it hurt a lot, and I think
you called me.
Yeah, I called you, and I was like, I'm dying. Death to me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Stop touching your mic.
I'm not touching it. It's on my stomach.
Yes, you. Oh my God!
It's because if I do it like
I'm keeping this in, by the way.
That's
can
fine.
Hear it.
Keep it in.
You can hear.
#relatable.
I'm keeping it in.
Keep it in.
That's what that. Oh fuck! You said it.
What? What did I say?
You said #relatable. So now I have to do the sound bite. Every time we say like relatable or something, that
do it
has to play.
Do it.
I already did.
Oh, okay, cool. I can't hear any of the sound bites.
How weird. I can hear them.
Oh, okay, well that's good. As long as you can hear them. and we can hear each other. That's all that matters. So where have you been? What have you been up to?
I think we're gonna do like a story time podcast.
Yeah.
For maybe the next episode, because I thought that I was done with fuckboys, and I thought that, you know, I had liberated myself from them.
God, no, you did not.
But no, you know what? Guys are so like easy to
manipulate,
read.
Oh, okay.
Not manipulate. It's so easy. Oh my god, I don't manipulate anybody, but it's so easy to like to read them.
Yeah.
So I I think it's because I've dealt with such shitty guys in the past that I just know.
You just know when they're gonna be terrible.
Yeah, I just know, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna back away. It hurt, not gonna lie. It like sucked, but not as bad. I mean, I was like down about it for like one night, and then I moved on. And then turns out that the night it happened, yeah, we got drunk, but all COVID safe.
Yeah, we were 6 feet apart from each other. Then we had our masks on.
Yeah. Yeah, we were outside.
Yeah, we were outside too.
And the thing is that, like, I just needed that one night, and then I got over it. It's like the same thing.
You know, I think right now is the perfect transition for us to talk about what we're here to talk about today, since we brought up that. I feel like, you know, if you're gonna,
hold on. I want to apologize first to our listeners.
Oh yeah,
who've been gone for so long, and I told Jacob, like, nobody's gonna fucking notice. We're so small. Like, nobody's gonna notice. But people noticed, and I want to apologize to all of our loyal listeners who rely on us to get them through the day. I apologize. We should have put out a disclaimer, but I told Jacob, like, I think no one's gonna notice, and then we started getting messages like, "Hey, where
people
y'all
started
at?"
telling us stuff. Yeah. But yes, we're back. So we did not, like, we just needed a break. I needed to get used to driving my boyfriend around, and he still drives. He's fine, but it's just, yeah. And then like my back injury, which literally only lasted like what, 4 days, and then I'm like, now I'm fine. I'm like, let's go run. And another thing that I know you've been busy with is your immense weight loss.
Oh yeah.
Literally every day you go and do your little walks, and like, she's looking snatched, y'all. I think she's gonna be she's prepared for when y'all are gonna get to see a little tummy when we fucking like decide to like put video together for this.
Maybe.
No, I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna be like, lift shirts.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's what we've been up to. And yes, we're so sorry.
The absence.
But
we're back. And and if you hadn't caught on to what we were talking about in the beginning, a little hint. Today we're going to do an episode on wicked women. Wow! And Wicked Woman, or Wicked Women Wednesday, right? Is Miss Lorena Bobbitt.
Yes.
Now, if you haven't heard of this case, y'all are in for a doozy, because when I heard about this case, I could not believe that. I thought this was a joke. I thought this was just like an urban what is it called? Like an urban tale.
Yeah.
You know, like, I didn't think it was like an actual thing that happened. No. The premise, or the main thing about this story, is that this lady caught her husband cheating, and she cut her dick off. She cut his dick off in the middle of the night, drove and threw it out the window.
Yep.
And
well, it was it was like so much more than that though, because he was abusing her too.
Why that's like,
yeah, we're gonna get into it. We'll get into it.
That's like the main, like, story that everybody hears, but there's like a lot more to it than just that. And the reasons as to why she did that were a lot more sad.
Yeah, because it wasn't just the fact that he was
and really,
cheating.
yeah, there was like so much more that led up to that. Doesn't justify why she cut his dick off,
I don't know. I feel
but
like it's better
it's
than her killing him.
understandable.
I like, you know.
Yeah. Well,
You
he
know
could have bled
what?
out.
I mean, well, she gave him time to she gave him time, like it's not like she cut his dick off and tied him up and was like, you're not going anywhere, you're gonna bleed out. No, she cut his dick off, went outside, drove a car, threw the dick away, and then like he could have, like, he was fine. He got the penis got reattached, y'all, and the guy did porn too, like, so
Yeah. So I think a little bit of background on Lorena and John. She was I think she was from Ecuador or Venezuela, and she immigrated to the United States in 1987. John, I think, was in the military. Let me just verify that real quick.
I'm gonna Google
I could be
Lorena real
wrong.
quick because I do want to know exactly where she's from. Because in an interview, she actually does talk about where she's from and where she comes from and all that. Because it's pretty relevant to the whole story where she comes from. Because it's the reason why she
Yeah.
ended up getting with John in the first place.
Yeah, for sure. So
So a little backstory about Lorena
it doesn't
Bobbitt.
say.
So Lorena Bobbitt.
Sorry.
Let me see if I could find. So she was born in Ecuador, or she's Ecuadorian, yeah. She was born in, I don't, it's Bucay, Bucay, Bucay. Is it Bucay? Oh, she was okay. So Lorena Bobbitt was born October 31st. Oh my God, she's a Halloween baby! Come on, Halloween baby! Oh my God. So she was born in Ecuador, and she married John Wayne Bobbitt in 1989, and their relationship lasted from 1989 to 1995, the year that I was born. It's the year that we were both born, right? I think that it's so funny that it's around
Yeah.
that time.
1995?
Yeah, it was when their relationship ended.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
I think she's, first of all, I think she's gorgeous. I think she's,
Oh my god, he's an ex-marine.
I
Oh, so he was in the military. I was right.
yes. So I really quickly, I do want to say, like, I think she's an icon, and I when you hear the story of what happened as to why she decided to do what she did, I kind of feel like, I mean, obviously it's wrong societally, like in like society now, it's wrong to fucking go and chop off a man's dick, but I mean, she was fucking going through it. She really was.
I mean, she was going through it, but there are like I don't know.
Okay, but when you think about it, was she ever truly gonna get justice for all the things that he did to her? No.
Honestly, probably not.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
on I just want to be neutral on this point because I've
Well,
experienced or I've been around people that have been domestically abused and
mm-hmm,
stuff. So I know how like I know the repercussions and how hard it is to get out of that situation. Personally, I would know.
mm-hmm,
But the thing is that I guess it's different in each case. Like you can't necessarily say, "Oh, I would never do that," because you've never been in that situation. So I've never been in that situation, but people that have been really close to me, have been in that situation. So I can't necessarily like judge her and be like, "Oh, I would never do that," but because you never know.
yeah,
Going into this case and reading about it was really sad. And investigating the motives. Miss Lorena, she dealt with a lot of abuse at the hands of her husband, as
mm-hmm,
She claims, allegedly, because we don't know if this happened for sure, but she claims, so if she's a victim, she claims that it happened. So she claims that, John would, and trigger warning for all of,
Yeah.
all of our domestic abuse survivors and SA victims, trigger warning. Just
Yeah.
an FYI. We're going to get into really dark, heavy stuff.
Yes.
Um so I think John had assaulted her on multiple times, and even if you're married, that doesn't mean that your partner has to have sex with you.
Yeah.
Like like
No still
people think,
means
"Oh,
no.
you're married." Yeah, exactly. Like, even though you're married doesn't mean that it's like obligatory for that to happen. So if your partner isn't comfortable, you need to respect that. But clearly John didn't, like, hear the memo about that, and he assaulted her on various occasions, forcing her to do sexual acts that she would never do.
Mhm.
And it was just a really sad story overall to hear about that, and how she was also physically assaulted. Like, he would hit her,
Yeah.
push her, strike her, choke her, and not a good way either. So I reading all about that, and I think there was also, um she had she worked in a nail salon, I think,
Mhm.
and one of her clients, she was like doing like a manicure or something, and
Yeah.
one of her clients, like, when you're getting your nails done, the other person's like holding your hand, while they're doing your nails,
Yeah.
and she had seen that Lorena had bruises, like, on her arms.
Yes.
So she was like, that client was a big witness for, the abuse that was going on.
Mhm.
So, um one night, when was this? This was in 19, I think, 93 this happened?
Mhm.
Yeah, 1993, June 23rd. She goes into bed with her husband, and, you know, apparently what Lorena testified in court was that her husband came in drunk and tried to sexually assault her.
Yeah.
And then, uh according to her husband, or her ex-husband, the sex was consensual. And then when he woke up to her fumbling with his boxers, like, he said, and I quote, "I thought she was trying to get me hard again."
Well, I mean, I'm sure she was trying to, because I mean, I'm sure it's kind of hard to chop off a flaccid penis.
Little little did he know that Lorena says that it wasn't because she wanted to teach him a lesson for the rape, or, like, for the R word or whatever.
Uh huh.
It it was like a survival instinct. Um
Yeah, because if he doesn't have it, then yeah.
yeah. And it was like a life and death situation. She was really, like, terrified.
Mhm.
Um so she went ahead and cut his member off, and drove drove away, or left the house with $100.
Mhm.
The Game Boy that her husband owned, like, she just, like, stole his Game Boy, and
Oh my god.
and his member,
Yeah.
and she tossed it into a field across from a 7-Eleven. Um the police later recovered the missing member a few
Yeah.
hours later.
Yes.
And from instructions of a local hospital, they put his dingaling on ice in a hot dog box.
Yeah.
And then, after they were able to that's the thing that, like, that trips me out, is that they were able to successfully attach
The
his
wee
dick
wee.
back onto him.
Yeah.
Yeah. and they nicknamed it Frankenpenis. That is a direct nickname from the porn star Ron Jeremy, who went ahead and recruited John Bobbitt
Yep. Mm-hmm.
for a porn career. So he got a career off of, you know, you know, uh,
Getting his dick cut
chopping
off.
off. Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about, because my mom's the one that told me about Lorena Bobbitt, because my mom, we would always watch like shows like Snapped together. You remember, like, have you ever seen Snapped and like shows
Yeah.
like that? Well, she introduced me to Lorena Bobbitt at a really young age. I think I was probably like literally 11 when she told me like who Lorena Bobbitt was, and like the consequences that come from like being an abusive asshole. Um, a lot, like, I did recently go, of course I did a little bit of my own sort of research. I went and watched an interview with her and Steve Harvey, and one of the things that I think was really like not bad, but like it was kind of like like what the fuck. They did. Steve Harvey did ask her, "Well, why didn't you leave?" The thing is that she's not from here. She's from Ecuador. Like, and we all know that we all know from experience, when you come here either illegally or even like you're going through the process of getting your papers or anything like that, where you're trying to become an American or be here, um it's hard because you have no family here. Like, you have no
Yeah.
one here to help you. So, a lot of women, or even men, like whoever, what have you, will try to find somebody here to either date or marry or stuff like that. And then that becomes your lifeline. That becomes like, okay, like, I have to make this work with this person, because then where am I going to go? Who am I going to be with? Like, so after a while, she probably was just like, I have to make this work because like I have nobody else here. Like, my family's not here. So, like, situations like that. Because she even explains that when they were on trial for this whole thing, because I believe they did go to trial for it, they did bring in like a psychologist, and the psychologist deemed her um like that she was a battered woman, like she had the battered woman syndrome, because he was abusing her, and that when the whole situation went down, she felt the need to do that, like you said, in a form of self-defense. um it's really hard. I guess this is like, it's a really sad story. It really is, and I feel so bad for her. And that's kind of why I don't really feel bad for John, because like he's a white man and he was in the military, and then on top of that
Oh my god.
he ended up with a porn career afterward. Like, how many people do you like get to see can turn around like that kind of situation and make it like something like that,
Disclaimer, just a disclaimer. We don't
Yeah.
hate white people. We don't hate anybody. We don't hate black people. We don't hate Asian people. We don't hate anybody. We just don't
I just don't like
like
it when
people
people who like think that they can get
abuse
away.
other people.
Yeah, when they think they can get away with like abusing other, like, it's wrong. It
Like
boils my blood.
I think he saw her background and he was like, "Well, nobody's gonna find out anyway. I can just do whatever I want to
Yeah.
her, and she's like my punching bag." You know, I know that Lorena said in the beginning of the relationship everything was good, which is like usually the case.
Mm-hmm.
No one in the beginning of a relationship starts off like abusing people right off the
Yeah.
bat. It's like with time, and they just see how much I can get away with. Let's see how much I can push this.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it also had a lot to do, like how you said, for her immigration status. When you come here, and I can speak from experience because my mom is an immigrant, and you come here with nothing, and you try to have a family here,
Mm-hmm.
you try to build a life here,
Yeah.
and sometimes the people that, get close to you don't have the best intentions. They either in the beginning they don't see that maybe in the beginning that wasn't his intention to abuse her, you know? But it
Yeah.
just takes that one time. It just takes one time for that person to hit you or to strike you, with the intent of hurting you, that after that it's like, "Oh, I can do this and she's going to forgive me."
Yeah.
Like no matter what, because I'm all she has. Um but thankfully Lorena wasn't like that. She was like, "You know what? I'm going to fight for my life. I'm going to fight for my, yeah, for my life." And she did what she did. I mean, and we can't judge her for what she did, but all we can say is, and you know what? I the Steve Harvey, him saying like, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, why didn't you leave?" Like literally, fuck you, Steve Harvey. Fuck
Yeah.
you, because I've I was just gonna say, like, my mother has been through a really horrible domestic abuse situation with her last marriage. Um, and the judge that was serving on that trial for the divorce and everything, he also said, "Well, why didn't you leave?" You can't That's literally victim blaming.
It
You're victim
is.
blaming, victim shaming the other person. You don't know, because this person is already psychologically invested in their partner, or they have, they want to make their marriage work, or they have children and they want to make the marriage work for their children. There are so many psychological factors.
Yeah.
It's like there's this thing where if you put a frog in regular water and then you slowly put it up to a boil, they won't get out of the water until,
Till it's,
ever.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll die. So it's the same thing. Like once you're in a normal you think you're in a normal relationship with somebody, and then it slowly starts getting bad and like worse and worse. You don't realize it until you hit your breaking point,
Yeah.
and you either die or something happens where you have to like defend yourself, or you eventually leave the relationship.
Or you cut off a wee
But
wee.
or you cut off a wee wee.
Yeah.
Um so I think the lesson of this story is maybe just don't abuse your spouse,
Yeah, like
and maybe you
if
won't
you're like
get your dick cut off.
yeah, like I think the moral of the story is if you like don't want to be in the relationship anymore, or if you feel like you're obligated to be in the relationship, there's ways around it. Like he had no reason to like no one has any reason ever to just like start abusing somebody. I think that's like fucking ridiculous. Like if you're feeling like you don't want to be in the relationship anymore and you hold resentment towards this person because you feel obligated to be with them, then maybe it's time to sit down and talk to them. Um, Several things,
Or just leave.
or just leave. Yeah, he could have just been like, you know what, I don't want to be with you anymore. I want to be with somebody else. Don't worry about it though. Like, you're taken care of. Like, I'll make sure that you can. If she, I don't know. I don't remember exactly the exact thing that was going on with her immigration status, but if he really wanted to leave, the best thing that he could have done was helped her with her immigration status, and then she could have just gone. Like he could have just been like, okay, well you can go and find somebody else, be on your own. Like I don't want to be with you anymore, type of thing. It could have ended with
Yeah.
literally like the least amount of like problems.
Heartbreak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heartbreak. Um, and I'm sure she would have understood, or even if she wouldn't have, like, she'll get over it. Like, people get over breakups like that unless there is, like, some kind of, like, hardcore tie to it. Like, there was no need for him to do that. Just like people are saying, there was no need for her to cut his dick off. Personally, this is gonna sound like a little bit. I feel like because she's an immigrant and she's not from here, a lot of people were probably more on like, see, like I'm sure a lot of people have said like there was no need for her to cut his dick off. There was no need for her to do anything at all. But it's like
You know what's
because
crazy though? a lot of women were on her side.
Yeah,
A lot of
well,
women turned
I'm sure a
out
lot
for
of
her.
yeah, because like I'm sure a lot of women were like, "Fuck, like that's an option now." Like,
It was like, I think for a lot of women, they saw themselves in her and they were
yeah,
like, "Oh, like I've been in an abusive relationship. I've
I
been
should
cheated
have
on
cut
too.
off the
I've
wiener. I'm kidding. um,
dead."
I there is some hilarity in this case. The only part that I think is hilarious is where she cuts his dick off. And I like when I heard about the case, I was like, yes, yeah, chop his
You
dick
go,
off. You
girl.
go, yeah. You literally like, did you hear about? Have you seen that meme? And this is gonna be the meme of the podcast. I feel like good, like the one that's like, good for you, girl. And she's like eating, like drinking tea. She recently died. That woman died. The woman for that meme, she died. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. I know I was googling it like yesterday, but like that's exactly what was in my head when I was like, "Oh, good for her." The good for her meme. This one where she's like eating a
I
cupcake.
haven't seen that one.
She's eating a cupcake and she's like, "Good for her."
Oh. Oh
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
that's gonna be the. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking when I heard about this. Like, good for her. Like, that, but the woman for that meme died. Like,
Dead.
she's an icon. She was in that show Archer. She was a writer too. Like, she was amazing. But yeah, like that's literally what I was thinking when I heard this entire like case. Um, it's a serious thing. You know, there's no need for, just like in the last Wicked Women that we did. Um, no, it wasn't the last one. It was the one before that. The one with Jodi Arias. There's no need for anything to get that
Oh.
extreme, so long as like, you know, it's the same moral of the story. Like no one has to get hurt or anything like that. Like just people just need to communicate. People need to learn how to communicate. You know, that's what I think.
Yeah. And honestly, they were like they were a cute couple in my opinion. They looked like a cute couple. They looked, like they were, I don't know, in my opinion they looked like a cute couple and they looked happy together in their pictures, of course, but that's the thing, like you never know with these
Yeah.
situations. You never know like how much pain somebody's in until you're in that situation. Even with the age of social media and all that stuff, you see couples posting pictures like all lovey-dovey or on vacations and stuff, but you never know if somebody's in that
Yeah.
situation.
Absolutely.
Until you're in that situation, you don't know. Apparently during the case, her defense lawyer, maintained that because of the constant abuse, it caused her to snap. And
Yeah.
she was already suffering from depression and probably PTSD from the abuse. So apparently, of course, he
Yeah.
denied the abuse.
Of
And
course.
uh, I think after 7 hours of deliberation, the jury found Lorena not guilty due to insanity, and as a result, she could not be held liable for her actions.
Mhm.
So, under the state law, the judge ordered her to undergo a 45-day evaluation period at Central State Hospital, after which she would be released.
Uh-huh.
And then, after 6 years of marriage in 1995, John and Lorena finalized their divorce. So, 2 years after the incident, they finalized the divorce.
Mhm.
So yeah, she was found not guilty. Good for
Mhm.
her. I feel
Good
like that
for
girl
her.
she probably had been through enough at that point, you know? And John, he was like an ex-Marine, so he was gonna get benefits. He's gonna get healthcare. He was gonna be fine. But
He
what
got
about
his wiener
her?
back. Like,
Yeah. I mean, you know, that was the best case scenario for him.
best case scenario, dude, he ended up getting a like contract to be in porn.
Exactly, that's what
I
I'm
don't know
saying.
where
Like
it
that was
took
like
him, but like, I mean, I'm sure it paid
I
well.
think he's I think he's just like he's like a commodity. You know what I mean? Like he's not even like he's just like F listed celebrity or D
Yeah.
list or whatever.
But like I I think the only thing that I can think of with this is that like imagine you're like a porn star, you're a woman porn star, and they come to you and they're like, "So we have an idea for a porno." And she's like, "Oh my god, okay, what is it?" And they're just like, "We're gonna have a guy who got his dick chopped off. Fuck you." Like, what do you even do? What do you say? Like, how do you feel once it goes inside of you? Do you feel like, honestly, honest to God, I probably would have been like, what if it comes off while it's inside me? Like,
Oh my god, right?
like,
Oh my
like I
god,
would be
that's so
thinking like,
true. Like
my first question to him would have been like, did they do a good job? Is it gonna stay on? Like, if I do a Kegel on it, will it come
how
off?
how hard can I write it?
Yeah, like, are we gonna have to
Oh
do
my god,
missionary?
imagine you do a Kegel and it just
Just
like
rips off, yeah.
ew. Ew. So gross.
Literally. I don't know. I personally
No.
like I they'd have to be paying me a lot of money to let a Franken weenie inside me. I'd feel really weird. Franken wiener.
I think I haven't seen any pictures of it. Should we look up the
We
pictures?
should. I kind of wanna. You're gonna have
I'm
to send them
I'm
to
looking
me.
it up. I'm looking up the pictures, but I'm gonna do it in private,
Obviously, you're gonna have
incognito
to send it
mode,
to me though,
because
because like I
you want me to send it to you?
you're not because I can't. I'm on my boyfriend's computer. First of all, and second of all, my phone died. So you're gonna have to send it to me on Messenger. I love how we're
If I can find it.
Googling. We'll just look for his porn. I'm sure it's free. It was a 90s porn. It's like free now. It's gotta be. You're just like, your face just gives me life, like searching this right now. Like, you're just like,
Yeah.
also, I'm starting to realize I can't fucking take you seriously in this wig.
Why not?
I think it's the bang for me. Like, I want you to like do something to the bangs. No, I want them to be like straight across. I think bangs are only cute when they're like straight across, like Velma bangs. You know what I mean? Like that.
Like this?
Yeah, like but I want them to be like
You know what I
pin
look like? I
straight.
look like Daphne.
Oh my god, you do! You remember who the Cock Destroyers are, right?
Yes.
They recently did a photo shoot as Daphne and Velma.
I love that for them.
Yeah. Since we're
Oh, you
talking
know who's
about
the
porn,
original? You know who's the original Cock
Lorena
Destroyer?
Bobbitt is the original Cock
Yeah.
Destroyer.
Oh my god. If y'all haven't seen that video, y'all need to see it. Hold on,
It's
I should
fucking
probably do a soundbite of it.
hilarious. Yeah.
Okay, so I see it. Okay, I see the severed portion of it. I don't see it
Ah!
reattached though, so I can't find that.
I
So
That's why I said just look up the porn. I'm sure they show his
I don't
wiener.
know. I'm gonna
Was
look
it
it
a
up.
big wee wee? Was it a big wee wee?
I don't know.
Well,
I
you
don't
see
know.
the picture of
It
it
looks
severed.
okay. 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 So I saw the part where she cut off, like just the. It looked like it was just like the head and a little bit of like the
Oh,
shaft.
I understand. Okay, so she didn't cut off the
You know,
whole
it
tip.
doesn't. It's not like the boom. No, no, no.
Okay.
It unless it's that small.
You know what
So
I want to, yeah, what I want to know, what did she use to cut it off? That's one thing that I never like.
it was a knife.
Oh, she's a knife. Oh my god, was it
Yeah.
serrated? Did she pull out a butter knife? Can you imagine just pulling out a butter knife and just like the time it
No,
would
no, no. I
take to
think
fucking like it's a
no.
steak knife.
I think that it's yeah. It had to have been. It had to have been a really sharp knife because how would you explain for like the surgeons to attach it like nothing?
Yeah,
You
it had to
know?
have been like a really clean cut. I thought she would have done it with scissors. I would have done it with scissors.
Woo! All of our male audience is like cringing right now. I'm so
I
sorry,
don't give a
guys.
fuck. Not the gay ones.
man,
I'm sure the gay men are just like, yes, cut the dick off. Yes, use scissors.
Oh my god. All of the straight men are just like, bro.
Do we have any? I
I don't know.
wonder.
I have no idea.
We'll never know. The world will never know.
Yeah, logistics on Spotify are really, they're not asking if people are gay or not. So,
That should be a
can you
thing.
imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine when you're signing up for
Are
Spotify?
you gay?
What is your sexual orientation? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not.
If we could look at, could you imagine if we could look up people's, like, what they listen to on off of our analytics? If Gaga's in a
Well,
playlist,
yeah, there's,
you're gay.
yeah, there's like a part in Spotify where it's like what your audience listens to. But it doesn't
Oh, okay.
say like who, but it says like what. I got a lot of Dua Lipa,
They're gay.
Gaga.
Get gay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, same.
I think this is our shortest episode because I
We're
feel like
we're running on. We're about to get to an hour. We're getting there.
we covered a good amount of this case. It's just I think this case was very much open and shut. You know,
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty clear and concise. Like, she chopped it off because she was going a little crazy because she was being abused by him,
and she had a witness to the abuse. You
yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like such an important part. Like if you're being abused, even if you don't
You
want to
need
leave
to
a
tell somebody.
situation, tell somebody. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because if something happens to you, there's
Somebody
always
needs to
that.
know.
Yeah, exactly. And then and then you know, what else happened? I think yeah, like her
Didn't
client was
she
the
get
one
a book
who
deal?
testified. I think she did.
I'm pretty sure there
Probably
was a
worth a lot of
book.
money.
Yeah, honestly. I'm pretty
I,
sure she had a book, and um I think they're both fine. Like, now, obviously.
yeah.
Cuz
She's
I've,
fine. She's
like,
living her best life.
the interview that she had with Steve Harvey wasn't that long ago, and she walked in like a really nice looking, like, like a suit dress, like she had like a coat with like a skirt kind of thing. She looked fierce.
Yeah.
I thought she looked fucking amazing. um I think she looked really good.
Yeah.
um you know
Maybe she's like invested that money in like properties or something. She's like a property owner. She probably like I don't know, she seems like she's a
Hopefully.
smart girl.
You know what, maybe
And
she
John,
should.
he's living his best life too.
Obviously. She's an icon. She is. Like, I don't know a single gay person
So
that's like, ew, Lorena Bobbitt. Like, no. Like,
yeah.
all I will
She's
say
pretty
though,
iconic.
yeah, she is iconic. All I will say though is that so
What
well,
happened?
I said all I will say though is that, like, if it was like two gay men, it would not have, it would not be getting like this much, like, news coverage, I guess.
Coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel
I'm
like
seeing an
just
interview.
like a
Because I
clear
just went and
example of that.
YouTubed them, and I found an interview that they did with John Bobbitt. He's ugly. He has no hair. Oh, he
I
wasn't
mean, he doesn't
always
have any hair
ugly.
now. He had hair back then.
He was okay, I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm a firm believer in somebody like in dating somebody that is going to look good when they're old.
Yeah,
Like envision your partner right now as
I
an old
agree.
man. Do they look good or do they
I
look
have. He looks great. He looks
put
great.
the little like Snapchat
See, the
filter
thing is though,
of
like,
like
the difference between me and you though is that I do sometimes partake in, like, sleeping with older men, so I wouldn't mind. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't mind my partner being old.
oh my god, I used to have crushes on older men when I was like younger, not like really young, just like maybe in my 20s, like 18, 19, 20.
When
And
I was 19,
I
I
have a
slept with, like, a
story
really
time.
old man.
I do not condone this behavior,
I was
but if you feel like
19.
you're ready for that kind of commitment, go for it.
It was just sex.
Um, I have so many stories to tell. I don't know if we should do like individual.
I think
like
because we're
anecdotes.
like running out of time. I don't know if you want to. We should probably wait and do like these little story times like for
No,
another
that
episode.
I'm not clearly I'm not gonna start a story time right now,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm I'm thinking like it like I'm pitching you ideas on our show on like episodes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm down.
I feel like the peroxide has gotten to your brain a little bit
I've done 2
because you're
bleachings, so
blonde.
yeah. I was also
Ted.
gonna say, do you want to do the questions? Do we have any questions?
Oh, anonymous questions. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about that segment.
You're
Bro, we
wearing
have
this
gotten
wig and you're
so
so
many
blonde.
anonymous.
You're so
Oh,
blonde.
I mean, I'm actually a little bit like, well, my ends are blonde.
You're
I have like
brunette.
this ombre
You're a brunette.
ombre thing going.
Are
Fuck
you
you,
not?
bitch.
You're a redhead.
I'm I'm not naturally naturally I am a brunette. My roots are like I need to get my roots done, clearly.
Honestly, though,
Um,
like speaking of roots, look at mine. They're already coming through.
cuz you have short hair, it's going to be more apparent on short hair than long hair.
But that just goes to show how fast my hair grows.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our next segment, which is anonymous questions. This is a
Anonymous.
segment, yes, this is a segment of our show where we go on Ask FM and select a question and answer it.
Yeah.
If you want your anonymous question uh,
Answered.
answered, sorry, uh, go ahead and submit your anonymous questions at askfm or ask.fm/ the pillow talk and
And
we might just answer it.
no anonymous question is too
Unturned.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like you
So
can ask us anything, it's all on the table. And we will answer it, of course, to the like if people ask things like what's the meaning of life, I'm probably gonna say there is none.
Chad, I am currently looking at okay.
We could probably do
It's
two
because I
of
know some
them.
we could do two. We have time.
Yeah.
Uh okay, I think this is very appropriate. What is your definition of love?
We've already done that one.
No.
Yeah, we have.
No, we
I
haven't.
swear we have.
We have not.
I swear on my left titty that we have. Yes,
No.
because you literally. Oh wait, no. We didn't answer that one. We answered. Um, do you think
What are
everyone
you
could find
doing?
love? Oh,
It sounds like
it's
you're
my water
punching something.
bottle. Sorry,
Oh my
I
gosh,
get
don't
really
do that.
fidgety.
Stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. What is so the question is what is our definition of love?
Yeah.
Okay, so my definition of love is that's a really like hard question. It's so vague. Cause like
I have something. I
okay,
my definition of love is an understanding for each other.
okay,
Understanding your partner and their needs and understanding yourself and your needs and coming together and working on that. That's my
I like
definition of
that.
love.
I like that a lot.
Just
Um, I
being compassionate and understanding.
yeah, I agree. I guess like another thing, like for me at least, a good morning text every morning.
Oh my god, same. I
That's
love
something
a
that I
good morning
need.
text.
Yeah, and
There's a guy I'm talking to right now and he always sends me good morning text.
well, my boyfriend has been texting me good morning like every morning since we started dating.
We love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. That's not my definition of love. I would
Oh, I thought
say
it was.
well, I mean, it's a part of it. It's a part of like I need to know that you're gonna want to talk to me. I need to know that there's an attraction there. I think love for me, um, it should come easy. It shouldn't be a task. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like if it's a
Yeah.
task, then it's probably not love. It's probably just you're trying to make it work when you know it's not gonna work.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. If you think, well, let's see if this works, then it's
Yeah.
not love.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can make this work. No. If you
No.
have to make something work, it's not. You know,
Yep.
it no. No, it's not.
Period. Period.
It should just be. I'm not saying like that all relationships are perfect. Relationships take work.
They
But if
do.
you say to yourself, I let's see if I can make this work, then no. It's not.
Agreed.
It's not. If you don't mutually understand your partner, if we all don't mutually understand each other and communicate and understand what both parties are feeling, it's not going to work. Okay.
Second
So,
question.
second question. I'm going to go with something a little bit funny.
Yay.
When's the last time you kissed someone?
I kissed my boyfriend this morning.
I kissed somebody 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god. Damn, it's been 2 weeks for you. Mine's just been a
Yeah,
couple
it's been 2
hours.
weeks. I mean, I'm dating though. That's the thing.
Yeah, you're right. That's so true.
And that little fling didn't work out, so I'm on to the next.
Yeah, you go, girl. You know who else was on to the next after
Who?
Lorena?
Lorena Bobbitt.
After she cut the dick off, she was like, "I'm leaving." Lorena Bobbitt was Jesse McCartney, and I'm leaving. I'm leaving, never looking back
Oh my god.
again. Tossing the
Oh
dick
my
out the
god.
car. Got a Game Boy in my hand, like.
Oh my god. Got a Game Boy in my hand. Why did she steal the Game Boy? I
I
don't
don't know.
understand
Maybe
that.
she was like, I need to play something like to kick the
Maybe she
nerves
wanted to
off.
sell it? Maybe sell it?
You know
I don't
what? You
know.
know what? With my last ex, I do need to say this.
Oh
If
my god.
if my ex had pissed me off enough, I would have taken his Switch and sold it because that thing was attached to his hands 24/7 when I was around him, and he gave me no attention when it was in front of him. And if I'm going to be in a relationship with someone and you're not going to give me attention like that much, like right now, like I have like my boyfriend has like a healthy amount of time where he like is either alone doing his own thing or like like his thing is TV. He loves watching TV. He loves watching TV shows. I don't bother him while we're watching TV. Like I'll be there with him and I'll watch the shows with him, but I'm not bothering him and I'm not expecting for him to give me attention because I know I'm going to get it later. But if you like are playing your video game for hours upon hours upon hours when I'm in front of you and you're not giving me attention and I know that you're going to do that when I leave anyway, like why don't you play the game later and give me attention now? Like, yes, I will chop off a dick and
Exactly.
steal a Switch if you're not giving me attention like while I'm in front of you. Because like the
I
fuck.
love that.
Like I want your dick
That's
now.
hilarious.
Like so. You're not gonna give it to me, I'll chop it off.
Jesus. Okay, now I think I can understand now why she like took the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Game Boys were so small back then though.
Yeah, they were so
Game
easy to
Boys were
like
tiny
they were. I think that
in
is so
comparison
it's
to like
so relatable though. She's like, I'm gonna take your Game Boy and your cock.
the two things you love the most in this world I'm going to take.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Love it.
Okay, well, we are running out of time,
We
but
are.
we would just like to say to everybody thank you so much for listening to our show.
I'm
We
waiting so
will be
patiently.
more yes, and being so patient with us.
Our
We will
next
be
our next
on our like
episode is gonna be, I think it's gonna be real cute because we're like kind of, it's not summer, we're entering the spring months and we do have like a couple things planned that are pretty great. We're gonna be covering another Wicked Women in a couple weeks, and our next episode's probably gonna be like I know we talked about having a guest. Do we want to
yeah, we might
tease
have
who
a
we're gonna
guest.
have or?
No, 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 no. Nothing is concrete for now,
That's
but
true.
we'll
Well,
be having we are planning on having more guests. We have
yes,
already reached out to people. We're having guests, but
yeah,
that's for future episodes.
yes.
Um so yeah, thank you all for putting up with us and our banter. And this was a really interesting episode. I really hope that y'all took something out of this. And if you're in a we'll be okay, so for our YouTube channel, we'll be including links that helps survivors
Mm-hmm.
of domestic abuse and a hotline and all that stuff.
Locally as
If you or
well, I
somebody
think we
you
should
know
include some mujeres
locally,
unidas and stuff like that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you or anybody you know that is suffering from domestic abuse, please reach out to to your local domestic abuse providers and stuff, because these situations can be avoided if you take the proper initiative for your family or friends.
Yes.
So if you see that person can't get out of that situation, be that person that takes them out of that situation. Just like J-Lo in Enough. Her friends were there for her and they took her out of that situation, and you know, uh she beat his ass. Oh no, didn't she kill her husband at the end?
No, she didn't kill him.
She killed him,
She
right?
beat the shit out of him.
No,
she didn't kill him. He got away. Like
no?
he did not die.
Oh.
Yeah.
I could have sworn she killed him. I could have sworn she killed him.
Honestly,
okay,
I don't remember him dying, but maybe I need to go rewatch Enough. But that movie is so good. So good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Recommend. But yeah, thank you all. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
Really
I honestly thought I was
you.
gonna say cock a lot more. Cock, penis, wiener. I think I said wiener more than anything. But I was thinking of
Yeah, we were trying to be a little bit more PG-13, but
I guess.
who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? The show is not PG-13.
It's
The
not.
show is
We
like
literally
rated
just
X.
talked about someone cutting a dick off.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, thank you all for listening. We will see you in our next episode. Our upload schedule still remains the same every Wednesday. Please follow us on our Twitter at the Pillow Talk and on Instagram at the Pillow Talk as well. And all streaming platforms where you can hear podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, SoundCloud, all of those fun things. Thank you. Thank you all again. And we'll see you on the next episode.
Yes.
Bye.
Boy.